Clap once. I think people cannot hear me. Oh. If you can hear me, clap once. Okay, awesome. Um, so, um, it's so good to be here. Firstly, shout out to all the organizers of this event. It's been an amazing. Have you guys been having fun? Have you been having fun? Let's make this as interactive. So, secondly, my talk will be very short. Just talking about some of the ways you can leverage Google developer tools for whatever type of projects that you're doing. Um, uh, on the other side, I need somebody to who wants to volunteer to be my official photographer for today. Okay, awesome. So that my manager will know that I came here today. So if you double tap the power button, it's going to open the camera. Thank you. All right. So today, I'll just be talking real quick about this. My name is Sodiq Akinjobi. I support the developer relations team at Google. Helping. If you've heard of GDG before, let me see your hand. Okay, awesome. I'm in familiar place. So, helping GDGs and GDSs and Google developer experts across Africa to thrive. And always, anytime I want to give a talk, I like interacting with the audience. So, who wants to attempt this tongue twister in 7 seconds? I have a prize for you. The prize might be an handshake. I don't know, but who wants to attempt? Do you have a second mic? Okay. So, who will be our timekeeper? I need a volunteer timekeeper. Okay, you be our timekeeper. So, who wants to go first? Who wants to try? Okay, we have somebody there.
Okay.
Timekeeper, are you ready? Let's wait for our timekeeper to be ready. So you say your name and then okay. So let's say your name first.
All right. My name is Gifts. Yeah. So.
Okay.
Yeah.
Timekeeper, are you ready? Are you ready? Ready, set, go.
Patrick, the Python programmer, proficiently prays, then promptly passes a perplexing paragraph packed with parentheses, all while puzzling over pesky pounds and pondering big back.
That's like 2 minutes, Abby. Who else wants to try? Let me try somebody from this angle. A lady, please. Yes, okay, we have somebody. See, there is a lady raising up her hand. Yes. Timekeeper, are you ready? So let them finish. If the time is up, just let them finish. Are you ready? Your name?
My name is Toluwalashe.
Toluwalashe.
Yeah.
Timekeeper, are you ready? Ready, set, go.
Patrick, the Python programmer, proficiently prints then promptly passes a perplexing paragraph packed with parentheses, all while puzzling over pesky pounds and pondering big packages.
Woo! How many seconds was that? Are you the timekeeper? So that was it. Okay, so let's have one final person. Final person who wants to try. Who should I pick? Okay, let's pick this lady that is shaking her hand. Yes. What's your name?
My name is Anita.
Anita. Are you ready?
Yes.
Ready, set, go.
Patrick, the Python programmer, proficiently prints then promptly passes a perplexing paragraph packed with parentheses, all while puzzling over pesky pounds and punching P packages.
She got it. Wow. A round of applause for her again. So, that's just to, unwind and, just get us in the mood. I won't take too much of your time. Some of the things that I want to talk about today, we are all already familiar with them, and they're out there on the internet. So when I was thinking of my talk, I was thinking about what are the most important things that I can highlight for you today, that no matter the level that you are in your career, it can really get you started and get you to the next level. So, top of mind that comes to mind for me is, how many of us have heard of serverless before? Anybody? Okay, I see a few hands. And when we are thinking of serverless, Serverless can mean many things to different people. To some, it can. I'm hearing another echo. Can you take off the second mic? Okay. So, if you can hear me, clap once. Okay, awesome. So when we are thinking of serverless, you are thinking of, there are different things that, on Google Cloud Platform. I believe all of us know GCP, right? I mean, everybody knows GCP. True or false? True. Awesome. If you don't know GCP, hey. Okay. So, there is compute, there is storage, there is big data, there is AI and ML. Also, we know with generative AI, there are a few more things that I can't put together in the slide. But I just wanted to talk specifically around compute, App Engine, Cloud Function, and Cloud Runs, and just show us um, how it works. So, sorry. Okay, so under compute we have there are more things, but I'll just do these three. We have App Engine, we have Cloud Functions, and we have Cloud Run. Has anybody tried to use Cloud Functions here before in the past? Anybody? Please, what did you use it for? Please, can you pass him the mic? It's an interactive session because I don't know it, so you're educating me as we are doing it together.
Okay. I used
Your name first.
Okay. Aka is one name. I used cloud functions basically when I was doing um, a large language model for actually just using AI to create something that can generate random data for people working in my office. So we use cloud functions. I use cloud functions for that. So it
Awesome.
passes AI and able to generate random data for our work. Yeah.
Awesome. Thank you. Please, a round of applause for him. Has anyone else used any of the other two things? Anybody? Okay, so let me help you out. So in GCP, for example, what you do with Cloud Function is it's like an event-driven serverless compute. So meaning that when you deploy your functions to the cloud and they're executing, for each event that you want to do in your project or your app or whatever you're building, you can use Cloud Function to connect it to it. The other part of App Engine, which quite a lot of people have used, is it allows you to also serve your web applications from the cloud. And if you check those two links here, yes. If you check those two links, you can read more about Cloud Functions, App Engine. So this is specifically for if you're trying to deploy whatever you have built with your Python project that you have built, and you're trying to deploy it. The second part that I wanted to touch out, and it's also very important, especially in our part of the world. I was hearing a talk in the other room when somebody was sharing that he was interviewing for jobs. I did 40 interviews, he didn't get a job. And I know how tough it can be as you're constantly looking for a new opportunity. But one thing that, so one thing that really stands out is really, getting yourself certified, any of the major player certification. And really, if you go to, and that's the second tool, if you go to cloud.google.com /learn and certification, you can see all the different, Google Cloud certifications that you can, take a part of, whether you're on the associate part, you're just getting started, you don't have that much industry experience, or you're on the professional part, meaning that you already have like a lot of industry experience to some level. And what this would do for you is that you get the opportunity to, when you are certified and you're looking for a job, it's much easier. You know how it is. Because you are here, I didn't add it to the slide. I wanted to say it with my mouth is if you go to cloudskillboost.google, cloud skills boost, or just type it on Google, you'll be able to take free labs and you get certificates after completing those labs, that all those things, they will now count to helping you learn more. So all those certificates for maybe you learn, there are different labs on that platform or different pathways that you can follow. So whether you're interested in, say, AI or a part of AI or machine learning or any different part, you can take those certifications and then use that to get yourself more ready for the actual developer certification. The other thing that I also wanted to mention is how many of us contribute to open source here? Just one person. If people don't like open source, okay, I see another hand. And what open source does is it gives you that platform, to contribute to, uh, the good of the world. Open source for good, and the different branches of open source that we have. And with Google Dev Library, it's like a platform that showcases open source projects of, different open source projects, and you can, once you are there, I think for us in the room, the most important part, that I think is most useful for us is, when you are writing your content. Let's say you did something in Python or in TensorFlow or in any of those products, you can then write about it, or and then share that your article or whatever you have written on Google Dev Library. And what that would do for you is that it will give you more reach, meaning that people from all over the world can see that thing that you have written, and you can begin to prepare yourself as a thought leader in the space. And you can showcase whatever you have, whether it's a project, whether it's a technical blog, whatever it is that you have written. And you can see the link here, devlibrary.withgoogle.com. It's like my photographer has resigned. I can't see him. And then, what can you contribute? Like I just said, technical blogs, GitHub repos, whatever it is that you are building, specifically under that MIT license, or Apache license, and in different technologies. The last part of my talk is, everywhere that you go, you are hearing what? Generative AI. So if I come here and I don't mention a thing about generative AI, you'll be wondering what's going on here. And really, generative AI is what transforming the way we interact with technology. And you see that this is like a very brief history of research and innovation at Google. I'm sure that if you watch Google I/O, any of our premier shows, you must have seen it before. So you see that we started from TensorFlow. How many of you remember TensorFlow? Most people don't talk about it these days. Some people still use it, but now because of generative AI and all of that, let me restart this thing. I think we'll start again. So we go from the beginning. TensorFlow back then to AlphaGo to all those different things. How many of you remember? Have you read the Transformer paper? Do you remember that paper back in the day? And all of that now gave birth to what we now have now with Palm, Bard, Palm 2, Gemini. And the interesting thing is, as I see all the different players in the generative AI space, Google, all the other, they who shall not be named, uh, and all the other different brands, coming up. I think the most interesting thing for me, as a consumer, is that the possibilities of what we can do is just constantly being expanded. And as an end user, I'm excited about where we'll be in 2 years ago. Nobody knew we'll be here. So imagine where we'll be in 2029 or 2030, for example. And it's a very exciting journey. And we have to stay up with the times. Definitely, if you've not checked out Gemini, whatever tool it is that you are looking for, whatever it is, whether as a dev from the dev side, or as an end user like me, because day to day I don't do coding, but and it's the most capable model that Google has ever built, and it has all these things that you can really use. So those are the few tools that I wanted to share with you. And as you probably already know, Gemini is what state of the art, multimodal. It is highly optimized. Preserving the choice, and at the heart of everything that we do. I know that is a big conversation that has been happening these days around how do you build AI responsibly, even for your own project, as you are building your whatever open source project that it is, or whatever even closed source project that it is. How do you build responsibly? Make sure that there is responsibility and safety at the core of what you do. And this is the point where you clap for me. But before I go, I wanted to see, because I think I have a few stuff for people. So I wanted to I have a few handshake for people. So I want to try. Who else wants to try my tongue twister? Do I still have time?
Yes. 12.
Though I'll use 2 minutes, then I'll be running away. Let me find the tongue twister for us again. Okay. Timekeeper.
Who is timekeeper?
Sorry. Timekeeper.
You told me to start.
Are you ready? Like, what's your name?
Alima.
Alima. Are you ready?
Yes.
Timekeeper. Ready, set, go.
Patrick, the Python programmer, proficiently prints, then promptly passes a perplexing paragraph packed with parentheses, all while puzzling over pesky pounds and pondering packages.
That's like 25 minutes. Abby. How many minutes was that? 8 seconds. So let's try. The people here, they are not, I don't know in this all. So somebody from that row. Anybody? If you don't volunteer, I'll volunteer you myself. Oh. No, from that row. Okay, somebody wants to try.
Okay, my name is Divine. So,
Are you ready?
yes.
Timekeeper. Ready, set, go.
Patrick, the Python programmer, proficiently prints, then promptly passes the perplexing park. One more try. Thank you.
Are you ready?
Yes.
Ready, set, go.
Patrick, the Python programmer, proficiently prints, then promptly passes the perplexing package paragraph packed with parentheses while all puzzling.
Some people see leaders of tomorrow. Okay, I have a final one. I actually forgot to include it. So it's a bit longer. Just give me a second. It's not 7 seconds. No, don't worry. I just added it. Okay. Now this is the long. So who wants to try? I'm tempted to call one of them. Somebody that has not tried before. So this is a new one, no, it's not the former one. So who wants to try? Abby? Yeah, it's the new one. This one is 10 seconds. Okay, let's have some. Like.
Wow.
Are you ready?
Yes, my name is Victor.
Ready, set, go.
Polly pairs perfectly on a Python prompt, under previously parentheses, pressing on passkey points, especially passing a program, probably plays perfect P package, praising for powerful performance.
You know when you are doing an exam and you hear wuru to the answer. This is the exactly. This is wuru to the. No. Did you hear anything? Somebody else should. Timekeeper, you want to do? It did 9 seconds, but did you hear anything? This timekeeper is not fair. Eye neck. So who else wants to try? Final person, so I can go. Have you spoken before? Yeah, let's let her try. What's your name?
Oluwadamilola.
Are you ready?
Yes.
Ready, set, go.
Polypod for curiosity on a Python from forward purposing parentheses, pressing on a past first key pounds, patiently passing a program packed with parameters, proudly poly placed perfect fit packages, prepping for powerful performance.
You people are campaigning together. Please, a round of applause for all of you.
You're good?
Yes, we're good.
Questions, please. We still have like 8 minutes. Yeah. So.
I do have questions. Ask Gemini.
Thank you for the lecture. I actually make use of ChatGPT until when someone told me of Gemini, I tried it. And when I tried Gemini, I also typed the same prompts on ChatGPT. In one of my experiences, I found out that the output from Gemini gave me a wrong reference. The citation was okay because I actually asked a question and said, give me with citation and references. The citation, I saw the citation, I went to the link for the reference, I accessed the material, I found a totally different document. So I don't know but on ChatGPT, it was okay. I don't know if it's what you can talk about or if Gemini that being it is being improved. Thank you.
Was the Minister for Transportation under Babatunde Raji Fashola? Answer. I'm serious. It's a valid question. Answer now.
I don't base in Lagos.
So the reason why I asked you that question is that, when we are thinking of, and that's the way I think about this is just me and my opinion. When we are thinking of, generative AI and all these AI tools, we are asking it questions, we are expecting answers. So think of it as a normal human. Humans make mistake because you give data in, you get data out. There are cases when maybe there's a mix up somewhere. I don't know the context of what you are asking, but maybe it's referencing, this is trained on a large data set. Fine, we expect it to give us, accurate answers at different time. But what if the data set was wrong for that particular thing? Do you get my point? So if the minister for under that time was Sodiq Akinjobi, and you were building a system, and then you told it that the minister was Aisha Bello, what it means is that the data that you gave it, if somebody else, if he comes to ask that who is the minister, he will say it's Aisha Bello. But that was wrong. So it's possible that, so there are a few things that could be wrong. Number one, we've heard of AI hallucinating before. That conversation is a conversation. It's a long conversation. I also heard about conversations that even in Gemini or ChatGPT they tell you that verify your answers. I know you always see that thing because it's a valid thing that either the data is wrong, whether the question that you asked is wrong. There are so many things that could go wrong. So and that's part of when we think of responsible AI at the core, those are the things that we're constantly thinking about: is how can we make AI more responsible so that the answers that folks are getting, they are the answers that it should be. People should clap now. Okay, you have it.
Hello, I see that you are campaigning for Google here. Why do you feel that Google should be preferred over other cloud?
I don't feel. Please use anything you want. I didn't campaign. But really, if you check, all the papers, if you check all the metrics, Gemini is really state of the art. I'll make a good marketer.
Hi, so on the topic of AI, there was a time I had a question to solve and I just copied it and put it on ChatGPT. And it gave me an answer. And then something just told me that I should ask it, are you sure? And I asked, and I said, are you sure? And he was like, sorry, let me go over it again. And then it gave me a completely different answer. And I thought to myself, let me ask, are you sure again? And he gave me the first answer again. And I was wondering to myself, what causes that kind of mix up? It was numbers. I don't know. I don't understand.
So there are a few, and I don't know if somebody here can help, but I think we spoke about. I spoke about hallucination. Just maybe sometimes AI hallucinates, just like human beings hallucinate. Maybe even worse. Sometimes I think way worse. And it's possible that maybe the input. So maybe for example, maybe your question. I don't know what your question was, but maybe for example, your question, AI is being trained that board mass now. That's stuff that they taught us in primary or secondary school. So maybe you added an open bracket somewhere and you didn't close the bracket. And because maybe it was expecting a bracket to be closed somewhere, and maybe it didn't close, it solved it the first way that it thought it to be solvable. And then he asked, are you sure? He said, sometimes I was why did they ask me? Make I check. So he checks. I didn't say that was what happened. I'm just giving an example. So also for every time, so I'm doing my MBA. So there was a day I was doing my exam, and in my MBA we do open book exams. So I use Gemini AI Studio as my study partner. So what I do is I upload all my PDFs for all my lesson notes. I upload it to Gemini, and then I upload it to Gemini. Before my exam, I ask it question. So I say, it's MBA, so the questions are not straightforward. So maybe, for example, let's say I'm doing strategy exam, and I would ask it a question. Before it answers it, I would in my head. So instead of me looking for the specific page by myself in the book, Gemini will point out the page of the book where it is. And sometimes it makes mistakes because, let's say I can't think of any question, but let's say it's an open ended question that has four options. The answer A and B, you know how this objective can be now? They will look very similar. And it's maybe a real life case study of something, but they are not the same. So as you are using Gemini or whatever AI tool that you are using, you also have to be, fact checking. That's why, there's this in Gemini. I know Gemini has it. You can thumbs up or thumbs down, such that, there are reviewers are always reviewing all the answers that we are getting. It's a long road. I don't think we are there yet. But if we can make all the progress that we've made to this point, imagine where we'll be in 5 years.
Time up. Thank you. You can meet him for more questions, Okay. Thank you. Please appreciate him.